Coming up here, Circle the Way Podcast, episode 58, 58. This is the road on the way to two fantastic pay-per-views coming up this weekend. Saturday, we got Impact All Odds, and we have Sunday NXT in your house. But besides, we're discussing the card. We have pro wrestling news, AEW news, new assignee, and then another one retiring, which is a shocker, but not really. But we'll talk about that. So don't go anywhere. Episode 58 starts right now. Welcome, everyone, to the Circle of the Bay Podcast. This is the host, Devious. What I've been see here was my brother from another mother. Well, he's more of my brother, you know. Yes, he used to be a real American hero. He is no longer an American hero.
Guatemala.
So, no. There you go. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, because you know why? Because he is a multi-time recording artist, a graduate from Cal State Dominguez Hills. And he's also a 2018, 2019, and 2020, and soon to be 2020-21 karaoke world champion. Because you know why? Because he lives 1,977,000 miles from Winnipeg, Minnesota, Canada. Jesus Christ, I'm going to lose my voice. Because he is the master disaster, the king of Sting, the man with the plan, Money Mike Lopez.
Man, what a week in wrestling. I'm ready to talk about it. Let's get to it.
That is right. And today, ladies and gentlemen, yes, it's only us two duo today. Mr. Matt Callis is getting ready for this weekend for Against All Odds. He's getting ready for that with his, with his client, Kenny Omega. By God, Kenny Omega is getting ready for that.
Gods among insects, of course.
Yes, and of course, the director, he's still directing because he's getting ready, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, he is getting ready to perform live on my birthday, June 27th, for all you SoCal audio platform listeners and also video, that's watching this video, that he is performing on June 27th at Warehouse 1720, which is a brewery up in downtown LA. We'll post some more of the information of it. And I'm excited because I'll be there. Mike will be there. We'll be there vlogging of seeing the one and only performing because we're looking forward to seeing that. We are looking forward to that. But all right, let's start it off before we even start with the go away home. Let's start off what we missed, what we saw this past Friday on AEW Dynamite. Someone that we kind of did call it, but we did not expect it to be that, not the type of an introduction. Of course, we did see the debut of El Ídolo, Andrade Cien Almas. Well, he's no longer Cien Almas. He's just Andrade Almas. Yes, the one. He's number one. Because he's not a WWE guy. Yes, he was an NXT, but not WWE nor NXT. He was how he says it on his Twitter. I was an ex-CMML, ex-New Japan, I don't know what the hell else to say. I think AAA. And now he's all elite professional wrestling. So, Money Mike, your thoughts of Andrade debuting on AEW, and are you excited to see what's he going to bring to the table to all elite wrestling?
Man, what an interesting pairing with Vicky Guerrero, that kind of automatically makes him a heel, right? Excuse me, all that good stuff. Classic, right? I really wish they had his music ready to go and had him walk out with music. I feel like by not having it, it felt unprepared, or maybe that was what they were going for. Like, it was very spontaneous, but it seems from the reports, and we're just reporting here, or we're not reporting, we're giving our opinion, of course. that this has been in talks for a while. So I don't see how they wouldn't have his music ready. But I don't know. But that's nitpicking here and here. I'm excited for all the matchups. You know, I hope that they, and I'm pretty sure they will, let him go. You know, like how NXT did. I want that Andrade. I want the CMLL Andrade. So great stuff. And he has a matchup with Kenny Omega already lined up for Triple Mania. So I really like how all these storylines are going to be interwoven, you know, not just in AEW, but outside of it too.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it too, because I mean, yeah, they were in talks since March. And remind everyone again that he was not on a 90-day clause. He was not. He was just let go. So he was a free agent automatically, like quickly, innocent. Talking to Tony Khan, but he wanted creative control. But Tony was not kind of happy about that. So he kind of like, oh, how about this? We do a limited control. And so he kind of, I guess they both came to an agreement. And so now Andrade has created somewhat of a creative control of his character and of his matches. So I'm looking forward to what they're going to do with him. I want to see Andrade and Cero Miedo go at it. That's all I want to see. Ooh, my God.
Sign me up for that.
Yeah, yes. Right?
But here's the thing. And people say, oh, Mike is just an AEW mark. No, I'm not. I am not. I'm telling you, I am not. Because I want a proper story. If Cero Miedo versus Andrade is going to happen, there needs to be a proper build-up for it. It can't just be on a random Dynamite, because I feel like they've done that. Like, for example, Penta had this match with Cody that was built up just 1 week, and then the other week, gone, right? I don't want that to happen. I want this to be built up properly.
I definitely agree. 100%. I think the story that should build on this is like, oh, I'm the face of the Latinos, not you. Like having that rage war of who's the face of the Latinos, the raza. And yes. I think that'll be very interesting to see if they pull it off, doing a type of storyline like that, and to see who's the number one top, face of the raza Latino, community. Something like that. That'll be something interesting. Yep. What do you think?
Yeah, of course. I mean, this is to me is a dream matchup, right? The styles, all that, everything. It just comes together so well.
Definitely. And then also we did see on Dynamite as well, we did see the celebration of Britt Baker, but looks like we might have a feud. We're going to see a change of face, but remind everyone again what Tony Khan said. There's no such thing as a heel or face. So this could be the first for Britt Baker to defend her title, her AEW Women's title, now against Nyla Rose. Ever since that little mini altercation, slapping the burgers out of her hands, ripping the balloons. So it looks like, are we seeing Nyla Rose becoming a face here? Or do you feel like that's the right move for them to go ahead and put her to be the first contender against Britt Baker?
When AEW said at the beginning that they were going to be kind of sports-centric, I kind of see it a little bit in that, yes, if you're from LA, odds are you're rooting for Lakers or Clippers or whatever.
Lakers.
Right? Shout out to all my Clipper fans out there.
Oh my God.
No, I'm a Lakers guy for sure, but we'll dive into that another time.
Because you don't like LeBron. We already know that you don't like LeBron.
Who? But yes, so what was it? Okay. Yes, you could be a fan of a certain team and completely dislike the Boston Celtics, right? And conversely, here in AEW, we have people that might be fans of a certain wrestler and just really don't like the other one, right? It's not a heel or face thing. It's just who do you prefer or who would you want to cheer for? A more organic response, I guess you could say, to the wrestler, to the feud, right? So I'm all for it. And as far as Nyla Rose versus Britt Baker, okay, I can dig that. But again, build it up a little bit. I don't know what Nyla Rose's ranking is, but have her beat a few more people on the way up, and yeah, should be fine.
I think in her ranking she was 3. No, yeah, 3 or 4 somewhere. No, yeah, she was 3 or 4. I think. Well, which is gonna happen tonight. I mean, on Dynamite, she's gonna face man, Layla Hirsch. So I'm looking forward to seeing that match. That match gonna be great. I think if she wins that one, I think that kind of elevates her for a title contention. I think they're saving for her and Thunder throughout later on because Thunder's number 2 in the rankings. They're waiting for her later on. I don't think they're, which is great. I think they should wait on that. Let her focus on NWA. I think they should wait on a little bit on that. And which, by the way, I'll just knock it off the park right now. I wanted to say congratulations to Billy Corgan and NWA. Our Shadows Fall. That was a great pay-per-view. I enjoyed it. Top to bottom, I was not disappointed. Everything was phenomenal. Did enjoy the JTG Fred Roser match. That was a great one. Enjoyed the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team. I did enjoy the Triple Threat one as well. Melina won and Thunder. I did enjoy it too. Good to see Kylie Ray back in the ring. Great all smiles. I'm glad to see her back. Even though that she picked up the victory for it. And of course, the main event for that, having Nick Aldis retaining the 10 pounds of gold NWA World Heavyweight title against Trevor Murdoch, which was a great match, by the way, but the ending was, it's your old school tradition, heel face. Of course, you got to hit the referee, of course, to get disqualified and retain. Because got to do that. Yeah, she got upset too.
Yeah. No, I mean, NWA stepping up, I actually enjoyed this the card as well. And I see big things coming up for NWA, which I'm sure we'll talk about, later on. But
yes, we will
in the news. But yes, NWA, I'm starting to see more and more stuff from you. Yes, good.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about what's going to happen tonight on AEW Dynamite because it gives a lot of us curiosity what's going to happen. Because we do have the Pinnacle. They're going to speak. We're going to have obviously Lance Archer in action. We don't know against who. And we're going to see Sting and Darby Allin making their announcement of who's Darby's mystery partner is going to be after Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. Oh, yeah, you beat us with Sting, but can you beat us without Sting? So I'm like, okay, all right, we'll wait to see who that mystery partner is, which I'm curious to know too. And also Christian Cage versus Angelico. We did see that on Dark. AEW Dark, we did see that Matt Hardy got Angelico to go ahead and face Christian for $4,800 if he wins. Maybe triple the money. Triple, maybe. Then we do have Team Taz in action, Cage and Hobbs versus Adam Page and 10 for Dark Order. We do have Miro versus Evil Uno for the TNT title. We also have the conspiracy of Kenny Omega, which I don't know what the fuck they're talking about because it's kind of like, what? Just, yeah. I'm like, but I kind of now know after what happened on Impact last night. But overall, and then Cody's special announcement. Then the Young Bucks and Brandon Cutler versus Pac, Penta, and Eddie Kingston. So, Money Mike, what are you looking forward to for this Dynamite tonight? What is the award that you're really curious of the Cody special announcement, Darby's partner, or that conspiracy theory? I mean, what is it that you're really intrigued about tonight's card on AEW Dynamite?
This is the great thing about AEW, and I've mentioned this before, that they announce everything that's going to happen, or like all the segments. You know what you're gonna get, right? And you know that it's being planned out, which is great. What I'm looking forward to is Miro versus Evil Uno. I like that even as I want to say heel, but we know that where I guess there's no heel or faces there. Champion, he's still the accepting challenges for the TNT Championship. He's able to defend it and bring up the prestige of that belt. So yeah, if I were to guess, I would say that's probably the main event of the show.
You're absolutely right. It could be the main event because it is on TNT. Should be the main event, right? Mm-hmm. Why not? Indeed, absolutely. What do you think about Cody's special announcement? What is he talking about? That's what I'm curious to know.
I keep hearing people speculate that it's going to be the announcement of the trios championship, or or the 6-man tags. Um, I would like to see that. Honestly, a few months ago, I was kind of. If you would ask me then, I would have been like, yeah, I don't know. But I've seen how action-packed 6-man tags can be.
Yeah.
Just bodies flying everywhere and stuff. So, I've seen that, and I'm for it. It gives more people titles, and honestly, I don't think AEW has gotten to the point where there's too many. Right? I feel like they're at a good amount. But yeah, a 3-way title, sure, I'd be down with that. And
Yes.
and while we're on that topic, I've commented. Yes, Nova, that's right. Um, I've commented this on various message boards. The FTW should be the equivalent of the hardcore title. It should be something that can be defended, no rules, all that stuff. The 24/7 title, that's a joke. The FTW could be what the hardcore title was, So that I'm planting the seeds there. Tony Khan, take that if you wish for free.
Yeah, call us and just give a bonus to Taz. Like, here, we'll make this title your hardcore, your ECW hardcore title. And there you have it. You revive, relive that fucking memory.
Yeah.
ECW, why the hell not? Definitely. But yeah, I think with the trios title, someone did not agree with that trios title. He was asked, Jim. That's right, Mr. Jim Cornette. I did hear that. Did hear his thoughts about it, like his comments. I'm like, yes, it was successful. It's successful in Mexico because it makes sense. It's successful in other countries. Ring of Honor makes more sense, but why in AEW? And doesn't have enough titles already. That title could be irrelevant. It's not gonna make more sense. I'm just going based on what he's saying, and I'm just like, okay.
But what do you think?
My
I'm curious
opinion.
about that.
I don't mind it. I think it'll be fit perfectly well. Here and there on Dynamite, but mostly on your other two shows. Which brings me to the topic of that. I would love for them to bring like a cruiserweight title or light heavyweight title, something different for those two other YouTube shows, for Dark Elevation and for Dark, something that means something. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love it what it is now. I don't see nothing wrong with, Elevation or with Dark, because you still bring people from Dynamite, or you can still bring, you still bring people from the main card. If you go what I mean, yeah. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. It just have that concept of main roster, like what I mean, WWE mentality. But yes, it's like they're able to do that. At least to give them a title for the upcoming talents, do something with them, That's how I feel that they should add trios title. I don't mind it. That should be more focusing on more like if they bring up Rampage, why not? If you're gonna bring it on to Elevation and Dark, why not? Dynamite here and there, unless you give it to either the Pinnacle or the Inner Circle or Dark Order or Death Triangle. You broke up SCU now, so it ain't no sense no more. So anything.
Jurassic Express.
Oh yeah, Jurassic Express too. Yeah, you're right. The Factory, maybe. The Nightmare Factory. Man, so many factions. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, that's what's good. But I'm hoping to make it relevant, that it makes sense to introduce these prestigious trios titles if they do it. If Cody does it tonight, I wouldn't be surprised, man. You're on point, Money Mike. You never know. You never know. Or a Rampage title. I don't know. Yeah. I'm down with that, with a Rampage title. Okay. Defended for our Elevation. There you go. Rampage. Rampage could mean, okay, you're a hungry upcoming star. That could be your light heavyweight, your cruiserweight title. That could be something, right? I don't know. Yeah. You tell me. That could be.
Of course, there's so many different divisions that could be made here, Uh, Maybe like something equivalent to the X Division title, right?
Yeah.
I know that they wanted to give that to Sammy Guevara, but that didn't work out. I think he's someone that could definitely be the face of a division like that,
Yes.
in AEW.
Yes.
And why not? Darby Allin, put him in there too, right? You know,
Hmm.
so and what I like is that you you could have there all these people have titles, right? But the AEW champion Kenny Omega or whoever it may be at the time can defend that title against anybody, no matter what division they're in. So, well, except for women, but who knows? Maybe in the future.
Right. Maybe in the future. I mean, they Impact broke it off. They did it with Tessa Blanchard. Why not?
Yeah,
I mean, they could break those barriers. You never know.
yeah.
That's a big question. And also, championship wrestling from Memphis. They did it too. You never
Hmm.
know. You never know. But yes, so we're looking forward for tonight's Dynamite, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you tune in. We'll be tuning in as well, and then we'll give you our thoughts about if that comes in fruition for those trios titles to be introduced. So you heard it here first from Money Mike. Here first. You heard it. That's right. All right, now let's jump onto the pro wrestling news now. Now, I want to go ahead and actually with NWA, we were talking about earlier. Yes, NWA, once again, great job for a phenomenal job for this pay-per-view that happened. And also on their Fight TV, when they have NWA Power. And now the biggest announcement, will we see they will be having a two-day event, which shall be in August. It's NWA 7-3. And on day one of that will be which is August 28th and 29th. On August 28th will be the night one of all women's pay-per-view. And who will be in charge of that is who was brought in. And we've been saying this for quite some time, why she should have belonged there. And that is none other than Mickie James being an executive producer. And hopefully we'll see her perform in that NWA 73. We've been saying it quite some times, Money Mike, that she's married to the champ, Nick Aldis. Might as well just go over there. And I guess the way I'm saying it might come out wrong, but I'm not here to defend anybody. It's just ever since that, what got to me was when I saw that interview that she had at Busted Open Radio with Tommy Dreamer and Dave LaGreca. She teared out of anger that WWE did not treat her, the way we all as fans wanted her to be treated. Give her a last run. She did a phenomenal job at NXT. We were expecting her a title run in the main roster. It did not happen. She was jobbed out. And she was frustrated. She was mad that I'm giving my whole life. I gave you my whole life, and then this is how you're going to treat it. Yeah, I'm with you too, Mickie James. I'm not saying that Billy Corgan saw that and so that, fuck it. No, I'm pretty sure this was in works already, but they were just waiting for the right time for it to happen and to announce it. So I'm kind of glad that she now got that. And I'm hoping that she can have her last run and have a legacy that we all can speak about in NWA or anywhere else besides WWE. So, Money Mike, your thoughts about Mickie James and where do you see her legacy going from here as she's almost, not by age, but it's up to, she said herself that it's almost there, that time that she's going to close those doors in professional wrestling.
It's great, right? For Mickie James to have had such a great career so far, former WWE Women's Champion, Knockouts Champion in TNA, all these great accolades, and for her to be able to really bring her vision to life. It seems that WWE, for whatever reason, did not want to go in that direction. Right? Supposedly, Evolution was not a well-selling pay-per-view, but honestly, I feel that there is a market for that. There is an audience for women's wrestling, and some people might even like women's wrestling more. So, right? So it's all good. It's all subjective, of course, but the idea is great. an all women's pay-per-view, and the forbidden door is open, so any woman from any contracted promotion can be a part of it if they choose, right? That's great. Having women from AEW, from Impact, from Ring of Honor, maybe New Japan, who knows, Maki Ito, right? Who I know Matt and myself want to see that happen. And the world is opening up again, so travel is more accessible, more so than it was a few months ago. So yes, I can't wait to see who they're able to put together, and to have Mickey James involved and executive produce. I feel like that's going to open some doors to people, to women, right, that want to be a part of it. So I saw on Instagram that Natalia and some other WWE female superstars, were like, "Oh wow, cool," in the comments, and kind of makes me think, a few of those WWE women, I'm pretty sure would have been down to participate in something like this.
Absolutely, hell yeah. Who wouldn't be? I mean, we said. I mean, you said it before yourself. Whatever. But
I say a lot of things.
Yeah, but what you said is about Ronda Rousey being added to the spice and kind of elevated a little bit more. But I think what sold it to us more was that takeover with Bayley and Sasha. Yeah. It just went from there. From there, it just went all out. Women got more exposure, and I love it. And I'm with you 100%. I mean, women. I'm hoping that Billy Corgan and he pulls it off with this. Better. I could say better than Evolution. I hope that he pulls it off and makes it very more prestige. This is right now like was a year of women. I've been for the last 2 years, and even with Ring of Honor is doing their women's tournament coming up. Thanks to Maria Kanellis, another pioneer who came from that Evolution era. She's doing what she's doing in Ring of Honor once a week, taking out a women's match. Incredible, by the way. Watch that on YouTube. It's for free, ladies and gentlemen. Until when they announce the date of when that women's tournament will happen to crown a Ring of Honor women's champion. So, I mean, I'm looking forward. Upcoming stars that are coming, man, all over the independent scene. And I love it. And I hope with Mickey James' addition to that, she's going to bring a lot to it. The one thing that I got me like, wait a minute. What about Thunder? What about she's another big influence too? Why she's not involved with that? But it makes sense why she's not. Might be. Yeah, of course she's going to be. I'm saying involved, yes. But in creative differences, that's where I'm saying like by the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That's what I've wondered if she's kind of like involved as well alongside with Mickey. That's my curiosity. Melina too. I'm curious too. Melina's still exclusive to NWA. So that's why I'm kind of like, okay. I'm really curious how that women power is going to work out. And I hope they do a fantastic job. If it's only just Mickey, she'll pull it off. In adding Melina and Thunder, even more better to it because it adds more fire to where it is.
I'll say this. And I feel like this could be a precursor to something like this happening for the men. Why? Because it seems that between NWA and AEW, there has been more crossover.
Yes.
Right? Even the title has been defended on AEW TV, pay-per-view even. So, the crossover has been more loosely there, right? So I feel that by seeing something like that, it's going to kind of open the doors, and doors are opening, people. That's what's going on here. That's a great thing about what has been going on lately. I feel like we'll see this with the men, with the women in NWA. We're gonna see it with the men ultimately, and dream matches and stuff like that. But it's all a progression. One thing succeeds, another thing happens, and they keep going up and up until we have that WrestleMania like event in a stadium, maybe in Jacksonville. All these promotions coming together, making this giant event. So that's what I want to see.
That's definitely 100%. We've been wishing that for a long time, and hopefully it does coming to fruition. And by the way, which I forgot to mention on the Our Shadows Fall, congratulations to Camille Brickhouse. Yes, becoming the new NWA Women's Champion, defeating Serena Deeb. Great match. I'm glad she got the belt. Now, can we see her now go to AEW, man? I want to see that pyramid building up for her and Jade Cargill. That's what I want to see, damn it.
Man.
That's the dream match that I want to see. Two powerhouse women. Damn it. Can we get that? Billy Corgan, Tony Khan, make it happen by the end of the year. At least by All Out, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. All right. And then we do have the... Oh, wait. Before we even get to the saddest one, I want to get to this one. It was shocked me. I don't know if it shocked you, Money Mike. Of course, woo, showed up at Game Changer Wrestling event and attacked the GCW heavyweight champion, Nick Gage. And now you're calling him out, Matt Cardona. You're stepping into another world of professional wrestling. I don't know if this is a great idea. I don't know. Have you seen the David Arquette documentary? I'm not talking shit about Nick Gage. I'm just saying that Matt Cardona is stepping into a different world. And he's saying, yes, I want to be the face of GSW, becoming the world heavyweight champion for GSW. All right. I don't, man. Go ahead, Money Mike. Take it away on this one.
I'm so glad you brought that up, man. Okay. I feel like that's probably one of the top news events that happened this week. It just felt that way to me. And to see formerly known as Zack Ryder going in there and facing such a hardcore wrestler, it was like, what? I'm so used to seeing Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona, being so campy and cheesy and woo, you know it. And, you would not expect this kind of person to be so hardcore, and the fans flipping him off, him flipping them off right back. Some words have been said that I don't necessarily use in my vocabulary. Man, that was just such a trip to see that side of Matt Cardona. I sign me up, man, because I want to see that match. And, oh yes, sir. It's like seeing R-Truth going over there and being hardcore.
Oh, shit!
Imagine that. Holy moly! Yes, so I'm all for it. Oh, I am definitely watching that match. No doubt about that.
Oh my God! I mean, I guess it's gonna happen, but I don't know, man. Matt Cardona stepping to that world is like a big no-no for me. I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm like, bro, you've never been hardcore in your life. This guy is gonna fucking kill you, man.
I hope so.
I think he will. I think he's gonna make it worse than we did to David Arquette. And no offense and all due respect to David Arquette, but I think he's gonna do worse to Cardona. I love you, Matt, because I do watch the Major Figure League podcast, or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, I do watch it. Because I do collect. Mike and I, as you see Mike's background, we do collect action figures. Mine's because I have the green screen. So yes, we do collect action figures. Good luck to you, Matt.
Yeah.
Good luck to you, bro. Good luck to you. I don't know what to say about those. All right.
Is there an announcement yet on when is this happening yet, or no?
They haven't announced it yet. I know that he called them out. Well, I don't know what event it's gonna occur. I'm hoping, because remind you, GSW is coming to Los Angeles. So we have to go, Mike. If that happens in LA, we have to go. That's a must.
Yes, it is.
That's a must. We have to go. But yes, now the saddest news that we heard, ladies and gentlemen, which is all over social media. Yes, Nova, I know you're mad. Let me tell them, the people, why. But yes, so the last 72 hours, we did hear the announcement of the retirement for the second time. I'm not here to bash him, but I'm just saying second time because Uncle Seltzer bashed him for it. Leo Rush retiring from in-ring performance after Double or Nothing. I guess he had a separated shoulder, and I guess this was a really bad separated shoulder that he decided to kind of, I need to kind of retire already.
Did this happen during the match?
Yes.
Huh. I rewatched it and I wasn't able to catch when that happened.
I think it happened, not the slingshot, what he did to Matt.
Mm-hmm.
I think it happened when he was eliminated. I think how he landed. I
Oh,
think that's
okay.
where it kind of separated. It was getting really bad.
Ouch.
Um, so so he decided to retire, but he still has his obligations in New Japan because he did sign a contract, so he has to finish with them. And once he's done with New Japan's obligations, then he will be done with in-ring performance. Uncle Seltzer had his 2 cents about it, like, oh, he's second time, third time. Like, we all heard it, we all heard it. Then he comes back. Then he still got to finish with New Japan. Then guess what? Maybe he's gonna be like, you know what? I unretire. I want to just come back and wrestle again. He's gonna love it again. Harsh words from our favorite person in the world, in the sidekick, but I can't say it. I cannot. But yeah, Money Mike, go ahead. Your thoughts about that?
Okay. As far as I know, Uncle Seltzer and his buddies have not stepped into the ring and perform at the level, not even close, not even 0.95,000% of close of what Leo Rush has done in the ring. So the comparison, or them trying to talk crap about that sort of thing is irrelevant. Now, um, as a musician, as a performer, I can understand how hard it is to walk away from doing something that you enjoy doing. And I'm sure he absolutely loves to wrestle. It's hard to walk away. Your body, or your mind says, well, I could kind of still do it, one more match, right? One more, and then another one after that, another one,
And
then
another one.
then another one, and another one. So yes, your mind thinks that, but your body's telling you, I don't know, buddy. So it can be dangerous, and he may okay because I didn't know that he had retired previously, uh, and then that SmackDown announcer talking crap too.
Let the people know about that, by the way.
Yeah, well, I don't know what he said verbatim, but he said that he didn't care, that he didn't give a hoot of what was going on and this and that, and then he later deleted that tweet supposedly. So you know, people are giving him crap about this retirement. It's the man's life. It's the man's career. He could do and say whatever he wants with it. Yeah, at the end of the day, this is a hard business to walk away from, and you know maybe it is time. And if he were to come back and do a couple more matches, then all he can do is do that, right? So it's all good. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I mean, the man of the hour calls his hour whenever he wants, man. So if he wants to go ahead and actually hang the boots up, all due respect to him, man, because you know what, he's done what he's given us as fans, giving us great matches in MLW, giving us matches in NXT, giving us matches in New Japan. Very brief, short AEW, just appearing. Leo Rush done it all. I don't. For me, he has nothing else to prove. I mean, he's proved it enough that he is a man of the hour. What he says, he's put on fantastic, man. 5 years and up matches for me. I have nothing but all respect for him, and I get that feeling when I read his message. It's like, I want to hold my child. I want to hold my kids with both hands, not just one, or able to hold one. Like I'm in pain. I get that. That's very understanding, and I respect that. So it's up to him if he wants to retire or not. If he wants to decide to come back, so be it. Let him come back.
Yeah.
Why not? It's just people should not be really hating on that story or even giving it a negative feedback. It's not your life; it's his life. If he wants to decide to retire, let him retire. So I mean, congrats. But all I say is wish you the best. And Leo, you're welcome here anytime in Circle Debate. We would love to have you on the show, and let's talk some wrestling. So I'm hoping that you've seen this, and hopefully we can have you on someday.
Yeah,
hopefully.
absolutely.
Definitely. And the other pro wrestling news that people in Southern California is getting so So freaking I'm excited because Money Mike doesn't know. He's like, wait, what's going on? So let me tell you. Well, let me tell you something,
brother.
Let me tell you something, brother. Pro Wrestling Gorilla PWG is coming back.
Wow.
We're back again. They're returning the shows. Our full show will take place on August 1st. August 1st. So if you want to purchase your tickets for Pro Wrestling Gorilla, people who are not really familiar with them, go back to seeing Excalibur, Super Dragon, the Young Bucks.
Super Dragon.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Roderick Strong. Everyone that you see right now in major promotions, this platform gave them that foundation to build their careers. And I've been myself plenty of Pro Wrestling Gorilla shows, and they're off the wow. You'll love it. Best believe. And keep an eye on their Twitter, social media platforms, because those tickets go like hotcakes. They sell quick. Keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. All right. Oh, the other one I wanted to mention. Please
Hold
now.
on. Before we move on, because I've never been to a PWG show before. First time, right? Is it still going to be in Reseda or?
Nah, it's in downtown LA.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm down with that.
Mm-hmm. Downtown LA, because the Reseda one, the American Legion has already been closed for a couple of years. Yeah. So now they've been at the one at the Broadway on downtown. You know, the one by the Broadway, I think is Broadway in between 7th and 5th. That big, it's like a big sign, like the old school sign, like it was supposed to be a church. Right there by Ross.
Okay.
By Ross.
Oh, okay. I get you.
Yes,
yeah.
Right there.
Interesting.
Right there. They've been hosting their shows there before the pandemic closed. So they've been having it there.
All right.
Those tickets sell out quick. So you got to be like on point, because they'll sell out in less than 5 minutes. And, yeah.
I'll be on that for sure.
Mm-hmm. So we got to be on Twitter. You get on Twitter, click, boom, buy your tickets. That's where Mike and I will be doing. Definitely. You'll be seeing us a lot of shows, people. You'll be seeing us. You'll be seeing a lot of Mike Lopez vlog, Devious One vlog. You'll be seeing it on both channels, on the Mike Lopez show and
Circle Debate Dark, as they say.
No, it's elevation, because you elevate. Elevate to
you know, okay. I forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely gonna jump on that. And if you see us there, if you see Ivan C, myself, Chris Kennedy, or MGC at the show, feel free to buy us a beer. We won't complain.
No, I won't complain. I wouldn't, except for Chris. Buy him water.
Oh yes, or juice.
He don't drink. Just buy him that. He'll be happy with that. Or our bottle of hot sauce. He'll actually enjoy that more. He'll drink it in front of me.
Wasabi. Yes.
Oh shit! I would like to see him like die. like oh my god! I would like to see him just dying on a freaking hot sauce. All right, so this is one I wanted to speak to you. I know that we're jumping on WWE because it's not, like I said, nothing much to talk about right now until next week. But I wanted to speak about these SummerSlam rumors, which it is going to be in Vegas. I'm considering, Mike, and I think we should go. Why not go to Vegas, SummerSlam? Enjoy the Vegas life. Go to SummerSlam. It's on a Saturday. Why the hell not? It's not going to be a short show. It's not going to be like a 2-3 hour show. That's the beauty thing about it. But they're already trying to, by far, they already want to add Cena to Roman Reigns. Lesnar is out of the talk. We've been hearing about it for the last 98 hours or so. That's already out the picture, because they're going to put him in Lashley, which, of course, Papa Vinny's not going to give us what we want. So he's like, nope, I'm not going to put Lashley and Lesnar. So it looks like he's saving Lesnar for another thing. Or unless Lesnar and Roman. Your thoughts about these rumors coming around?
Yes. So SummerSlam in Vegas, Allegiant Stadium. I have yet to check that stadium out, but it looks really, really cool. I'm not a Raiders fan, but I'm down to wear some silver and black to that event. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down to go check that out for sure. I believe it's a full audience, right?
Yes.
Yes. Woo wee. And okay, so Cena versus Reigns. Uh, I really think that they should not have done this years ago at No Mercy.
Thank you.
I feel like it would have brought this more, it would have been more special, right? Um, but needless to say, I think that this matchup could sell, and definitely they need a marquee match like this to sell out a stadium of that size, right? John Cena's coming off of Fast and Furious 9 and all that hype you know, except the whole China thing. But here in the States, he's still a star. And you know, yeah, I'm all for it. I definitely think Roman Reigns is going over. Um, but or who knows, maybe I'm wrong. Uh, Lesnar, it sucks that they couldn't reach any agreement or anything like that. I think that him versus Lashley, man, that's a match that I've waited so long for. Yes,
Thank
Lashley
you.
came. Lashley came back to WWE from Bellator to make this match happen, but oh well, it's not going on.
Not
But
going on.
yeah, so yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, Cena versus Reigns is the one to go.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I mean, we have to wait and see. I mean, this is going to be the second time that we see Cena putting Roman over. I'm with you 100%. They kind of rushed it with Roman and Cena the first time, No Mercy, when it happened here at the Staples Center here in Los Angeles. They did rush it very quick. I don't know what Vince. I think he knew that it wasn't going to sell out, so he needed to do something to sell out for No Mercy that day, that year here in LA. I think they should have saved that for a Mania or even for right now what it is. I mean, I wouldn't have mind that because then it will give us more an intrigue. We're like, okay, are we going to see Cena breaking the record, Ric Flair's, or or Roman being put over by Cena, just like he did with Taker at Mania? So okay, then, but this, to be honest, am I like really looking forward to it? Yeah, I am. I want to see something different because now you really have a full-on heel Roman versus a great babyface like Cena. So now I'm kind of intrigued to see it now. Okay, all right, I'm willing to see it. I'll give it a shot. But I really wanted that Lashley and Lesnar, but it looks like they're not going in that direction. And if they do, that's how I will be because we will definitely be. The Circle of Debate will be in Vegas. Damn it, to go see
Catch me at the
SummerSlam.
tables, baby. Catch me at the tables.
Blackjack table for me.
Nice.
That's right. All right. Now, the last news before we jump on, we're going to take a little quick break so you can see the little commercial of Chris Kennedy or where he's going to be performing because I have that commercial. You'll be seeing that right after this quick commercial break. So the last one was New Japan news I wanted to speak about is because I want to congratulate Shingo Takagi becoming the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, defeating Okada. If you have not seen the match, go back to NewJapanWorld.com and go ahead and watch the replay of New Japan Dominion that happened this past Monday on the 7th. It was great. 10 beers for me for that match. It was so great. And also the Cody Ibushi versus Jeff Cobb. That was another great, fantastic fucking match. And Desperado retaining the IWGP Junior Weight Heavyweight title against Yo. Kind of was expecting some show to show up to interfere, but I guess it didn't happen. But yes, keep an eye on New Japan because a lot more coming. And now that we have Shingo now winning the IWGP World Heavyweight title, now we're going to see the next upcoming feud, which it looks like is going to be Cody Ibushi. He called out to whoever wins that belt, I want to be the one next to get my rematch. I want to get my rematch for that belt. So it looks like we might see that coming up, ladies and gentlemen. So keep an eye on that. And also NewJapanWorld.com tonight as well. You can able to watch 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 10 o'clock Eastern. Watch NewJapanWorld.com. You can watch On the Road to Ignition, which is New Japan Strong USA. You will have, of course, the Young Lion Alice Coughlin versus Hikuleo. You have Leo Rush in action, teaming up with Rocky Romero versus the DKC and Clark Connors. And also you're going to have Jordan Clearwater and Misterioso versus Two individuals from Ring of Honor, of course. They're part of the foundation of Ring of Honor. That is Freddie Yehi and Wheeler Yuha. So make sure you watch that. That's going to be a great another phenomenal card they're going to bring to you, New Japan Strong. Make sure you subscribe to NewJapanWorld.com and watch that every Fridays, 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 10 o'clock Eastern. So yes, we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Just watch this little break. It's a little music commercial for Chris' upcoming performance coming on June 27th on my beat day. And for all you SoCal listeners and all you SoCal viewers, subscribers, make sure you tune that, write it down. The date and time, June 27th, 1720 Warehouse in downtown Los Angeles. How Stone Cold will say it. We'll be right back after this one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you saw a commercial for the one and only, the CK1, the director. He'll be performing there. So make sure that make sure for all the Southern California fans, all SoCal, you show up to that 1720 Warehouse. We'll be there. Want to say hi to us? Buy, how Mike said, buy us a beer. Why not? Buy us an IPA or buy us anything you like.
Yeah, Broken Skull IPA.
There you go. But yes, we were talking about off there, but I wanted to mention it. Mike, okay, once again, Mike is no longer watching WWE. But I had to bring up that segment of just the Roman one, when he just Roman from last Friday Night SmackDown with just confusing Jay and Jimmy. Like, oh, I'm Jay. Wait, how things are going here? Doesn't matter anyways. I'm sorry. And I'm talking about shout out to the tribal chief of podcasting, Devin Stevens, the heel. And once again, congratulations to your 200th episode of Clark Street Wrestling Podcast. Congratulations to you, brother. But yeah, he is the tribal chief of podcasting, Mike. And he did call you out on. I don't know if you saw the comment from last episode. Did you see that? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you know what? Right now, he's listening. He will be listening. Okay, okay
because I don't get the comment notifications. So
okay, your rebuttal. He commented on your rebuttal. I'm like, okay, what do you want to do this, Mike? When do you want to go ahead and actually debate? And he also wanted to debate about why does AEW deserves 2 hours of pro wrestling after SmackDown on Friday nights. Why that? Why does AEW deserves 2 hours of? That's what he wants. He wants to debate about that. He wants to debate the tribal chief of podcasting versus the god of podcasting. Can we get that?
Wait. Okay, so this is Clark Street, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Invitations open, my friend. The forbidden door has been knocked off. And the invitation is open. Come on down, get some. Yes, let's do this. The gloves are about to be on. I'm all for it. Name the time and place. I will be there.
We might do it next week on episode 59. We might have the debate, the god of podcasting versus the tribal chief of podcasting. So, because he's a Roman, he's a tribal chief. and you're the by God of podcasting. So we might see that. Keep an eye, ladies and gentlemen. You might see them. Stay tuned. You may get some announcements. You may have it. But I'm sorry. Roman is winning me over as much as I hate the guy, but I love the guy. The fact that he just said what he said doesn't matter anyway. Like, who the fuck cares what your name is? I'm sorry. It's just like, oh my God. For a second, I thought it was a botch, but it wasn't. I was just like, okay. Yeah. SmackDown is winning me over little by little. And for all the people who want to know why AEW had 436,000 viewers, remind you once again, this is the NBA playoffs. This is sports right now that is going around across the world they're more intrigued. Of course, once again, AEW it's a pyramid scheme, professional wrestling. You think AEW is going to go to Thursdays, compete with Impact? No. To go back to Wednesdays to do it, they cannot, because the NBA, because they go to Tuesdays, they won't do it for NXT. No.
They already won that war, so.
Yeah. We know that. But not on a Tuesday, Mike. We don't know how it is on a Tuesday. We do not know that.
AEW is going to whoop that ass.
I do
Tuesday,
not know about
any
that.
day of the week.
I don't know about that. They got dark. I mean, they got dark on Tuesdays. They can't move it Tuesday. That's so, but they still have it on dark. They can't move it. They still can't do that.
No, I thought you were going to say something more.
I was just waiting.
No, okay. So the question is, why is AEW doing this on Fridays or whatever?
No, like letting the people know that why it's AEW losing ratings right now, because they've been on Friday nights right after SmackDown and during the NBA playoffs.
Yeah, it's a loss for them, for AEW, because I mean, granted, the NBA has been around for decades. You know, it's a national sport. Playoffs, you know, the stakes are high. You know, this is for the NBA championship, and you know, you have big names, you know, big teams, cities are tuning in and stuff. So yes, it's understandable that they give priority to the NBA, right? It's understandable. AEW has been around for what, 2 years, you know? So I get it. However, in the move to TBS, I think that they're going to give Dynamite their proper permanent spot where they won't have to worry about these sort of things, right? As far as I know, the NBA or NHL or nothing like that goes on TBS, right?
They're going to TNT. So NHL will be on TNT along with NBA.
Right, but what I'm saying is that AEW is going to have TBS all to themselves.
Yes, yeah.
Right, so
it all depends. It all depends how, you know, Time Warner, how they promote it. That all depends how they do it. You know, because it all depends on the demographics of it. Depending on the general public demographics, how they will be intrigued of it on both channels. It's kind of like USA Sci-Fi, what WWE had, because when WWE was SmackDown was on Sci-Fi, which is partnerhood with USA. So USA owned Sci-Fi. So it depending how they kind of promote it on their respective channels, how they promote it. So it depends how that goes on both sides to the general public for the demographics. So we have to wait to see when that happens. Once they move to TBS, which is what they're moving, August, right? August 13th, they're moving to, I believe. Pretty so, soon. Right? Yeah. So we have to wait to see how that works out. If it does, I mean, like I said, it all depends on that network itself, how they're going to promote it.
I'm optimistic about it, you know, and I feel like they're going to go ahead and give it their all, knowing that there's not going to be any interruptions by the playoffs. Because really, this hurts AEW, because and then the fans, right? Because, you know, I wish I would be watching AEW on Wednesdays, and here I am waiting until Fridays, 2 more excruciating days until I get my AEW fix. So Wednesdays is the night. You know what that means, right?
Yeah, we know
Yeah.
what that
So
means.
yeah, I really hope that they get a good traction on TBS enough that they're able to stay there and uninterrupted, and we get all these viewers and stuff, and it just blossoms and grows, right?
I believe so. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes in
So
August.
so Devin, Clark Street, make sure that you tune in on Fridays because pretty soon it's going to go to TBS and we will not have to be interrupted anymore. Oh, this whole 2 hours of SmackDown, yeah, or after SmackDown, no, that goes away. So yes, TBS, the move to TBS is going to be the a great factor in all of this.
I don't think the tribal chief will be watching that because he's going to be watching his actual tribal chief on SmackDowns on Fridays. I don't think he's going to be watching AEW. He's going to be just more watching his tribal chief on SmackDown. The head of the table. He'll be watching that. Yeah, well, I mean,
I mean, he's I don't know what's going on with the tribal chief, confusing his own cousins. So,
hey, do you want to see the tribal chief or the by God of professional wrestling? Or the by God of podcasting, Mike Lopez, right? Your money, Mike Lopez.
Of course.
Of course. Now let's move on, gentlemen.
Amongst insects.
Move on, ladies and gentlemen. Now we have 2 cards to go through. Very quickly, won't be that long, but the first one obviously will be on Saturday. That will be on June 12th, which is Impact Against All Odds, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific time. Make sure that you are getting them on Fight TV or any other platforms available to purchase this incredible epic night for Impact, because it's going to be a stack hard. Of course, I'll go through it very briefly. We do have in the card, we do have Fire and Flavor. Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz defending the Women's Knockout Tag Team Championship versus Kimberly and Susan. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. And also you have a Fatal 5-Way to determine the number 1 contender for the X Division title. That'll be Pete Williams, which I like to see. I'm glad that he's back. By the way, who did not see Impact last night, man, he did a super Canadian destroyer off the second top rope. Man, oh my God, just go watch it. Go back to Twitch if you have Twitch, or go to watch it, or YouTube, you can see it. Oh my God. Petey Williams, Trey Miguel, Ace Austin, Chris Bay, and Rohit Raju fighting for the number 1 contendership of who will they fight, who will compete against Josh Alexander. So make sure for that. And also you have Rich Swann versus W. Morrissey, a.k.a. better known as Big Cass.
And
man,
you can't teach that.
And you can. And this is oh my God, they're building W. Morrissey phenomenal, man. I'm glad even yesterday against Willie Mack. Yeah, go watch that. I'm gonna explain it to you. You gotta watch it. They're building him very well, and great signing. And I think for me was a great pickup for Impact. They need someone, a big man like himself, and he looks great. Even great in the ring. I don't think he hasn't lost a touch yet. I think he's still improving, but I cannot wait to see him and Rich Swann. I think that was going to be another intriguing match. And then we have the Impact World Tag Team titles on the line. We got Violent by Design. We got, of course, we do have Rhino and Dealer defending it against, which is basically against, who is this? Jesus Christ, how many I forgot? Oh, the K. That's right, the Case. Crazy Steve and Black Taurus. There you go. So that's another one that I'm looking forward to see. And then we have the Impact Women's Knockouts title on the line. Deonna Purrazzo versus Rosemary. And, of course, we do have Matt's not here because if Matt was here, he would talk about it. Of course, we have New Japan's legend, of course, Satoshi Kojima versus Joe Doring, another legend from All Japan. So you have a New Japan versus All Japan coming up. And the main event, which will take place at Daily's Place, what we found out last night, courtesy of Tony Khan and Scott DeBourne. And, of course, Haha, yes, Don Callis.
Of
He did it,
course.
of course. And so the main event's gonna take place at Daly's Place in Jacksonville, which is Moose competing for the Impact TNA Heavyweight Championship versus the by God of pro wrestling, Kenny Omega. No interference of Sami Callihan. The winner of that will face Sami Callihan at Slammiversary, and which is in July, which I'm looking forward to see that. Who wins this one? Money Mike, what are you looking forward for this Impact card? You, by the way, let the viewers know that you're getting. I know you said it last time, but keep letting them know. You're really happy about Impact, just like you're happy with NWA. You're getting more involved with Impact. Give them your thoughts about this Impact card and Impact overall and the main event.
So I did not grow up watching TNA or Impact. I knew of them. I knew of this company, and I knew that they had some pretty cool matches. Especially during the mid 2000s and stuff like that. Hogan went there, Angle went there, all that good stuff. But I was always a WWE guy. And nowadays that, okay, Forbidden Doors open, AW and their partnership with Impact has kind of opened me to this promotion, right? And which is, I guess, the purpose of the Forbidden Door, that eyes that normally wouldn't have gone there are checking it out now, and I'm one of those people. So in that experience, I can say that I'm starting to know a lot more of the talent there, and I hear this card and I'm actually pretty hyped about it, and not just because the main event is at Daly's Place, I'm assuming in front of an audience, and it's going to be, Omega and Moose, great matchup. uh it's going to be great. I love it. So other than that, I guess I could say I'm actually looking forward to the Knockouts title. Diana Perrazzo has won me over, and she's one of those that I would like to see in the NWA All Women's pay-per-view. I feel like she would be a good addition to maybe even defend the title there. So yeah. So all in all, Impact has been doing great stuff. NWA has been doing great stuff. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan.
Absolutely. And not only them, but also Ring of Honor, MLW. We have so many promotions out there in the world that are doing fantastic work.
My
Incredible.
only problem is that I do not have enough time to watch all of them.
This is what happens when Money Mike has to be not only he's a teacher because he teaches people how to be the by God of podcasting. He teaches people how to be, and you can't teach that. And so, what the hell message? Yes, is where okay.
You can't teach that at all, and you could only learn that from the God of podcasting. That's it.
Mm-hmm. There you go, and there you have it. So yes, don't forget that is tomorrow, Saturday, June 12th. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you tune into that. 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 8 o'clock Eastern. Now let's move on to Sunday. Another pay-per-view coming up. That is NXT in your house. And that's only, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-match card. I don't know if they're going to have a pre-show. I don't know. Nothing has been announced as of yet. But we do have the card. Let's break it down. So this is the card that we have. We have Mercedes Martinez versus Xia Li. We have Cameron Grimes versus L.A. Knight. Let me talk to you, baby. Let me talk to you. And we've been saying this for the last couple of weeks before that was going to happen. When L.A. Knight showed up the first time with that feud between Cameron Grimes and DiBiase. Of course, the $1 million belt's going to be hanging up in the heavens in the ladder match. And I'm looking forward for that match itself. Cameron Grimes, I'm hoping you win it because I love you, brother. Cameron Grimes to the moon. So, yes, I'm looking forward to that. And also, we do have a winner takes all. Bronson Reed and MSK versus the Legado del Fantasma. I know Money Mike is happy for that because we've been talking about it. Big fans of Legado because they finally get in their spotlight. They're finally getting, what they deserve. It's not only Santos, but Joaquin Wild and Raul Mendoza. At least they're getting their spotlight now in the tag team division, which I'm happy for them. And then you also have the NXT Women's title, Raquel Gonzalez versus Ember Moon. And then a main event, not a 4-way, 5-way, $5 foot, no, but no. Five time, fatal 5-way match, which we have Karrion Kross versus Mr. Takeover, Johnny Gargano. And then we also have Adam Cole, baby. And then we also have Kyle O'Reilly. And then we also have Pete Dunne. So what a stacked card that we're looking this weekend on Sunday. Money Mike, what are your thoughts about this card? And break it down to the people.
Yeah. Right off the bat, the match I'm looking forward the most to is the $1 Million Championship. That is one of my top favorite belts of all time. I love that belt. I will get that replica someday down the line. I will be getting that. It's just a great looking title, you know, and to bring it back, honestly, I wish LA Knight would win that match. I feel like he has the the persona to carry such a title. But ultimately, I think Cameron Grimes will win that because of the gimmick and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm glad that they're bringing that title back for however long it'll be. And that's the one I'm looking forward the most to. Then after that would be the Fatal 5-way, I guess you could say. Yeah. And then Legado del Fantasma, my boys right there. I would want them to take it all, all the gold.
Won't that be something if it does happen? I mean, I said it that it's kind of early for Bronson to lose it and MSK. They just already been they haven't been more than 2 months. We kind of early, but if they do go to that route, I'll be happy with it because you know what? Give people expect the unexpected, and that's something that will be unexpected, and I'll be happy for like Mike and I. We're big fans of Legado because we've been saying it for the last couple of weeks in our episodes. Go to the archives on our YouTube channel and on Spot and on audio platforms. Been saying it. They deserve that opportunity, and they have, and they're upcoming right now, and we're loving it. And if they do that, that will be a badass faction just to be a top heel. We have all the gold here, the tag belts, and you got the North American title. I'll be happy with it. I'll be not mad about it. I'll go to agree, Mike.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that and I'm sure the captain agrees too.
Yeah.
That Legado del Fantasma is one of my favorite factions in WWE or NXT right now because I don't really watch the main roster. So, yeah, good luck to those guys. Hopefully they take it.
What do you think about the Mercedes and Xia Li one? Now we're finally seeing Xia Li getting her opportunity now, and now they're now finally focusing on her, and now that we're gonna see, I mean, I don't know, I feel Xia Li will go over. I think she should. I'm not, even though I love Mercedes because I know her work prior before that going to NXT. But I feel like this could be Xia Li's time. Maybe after this could be Raquel Gonzalez's next feud, which I'm pretty much saying that Raquel's going to retain against Ember. But I'm pretty sure that Xia should be the next one in line for that NXT Women's title and get her title shot and get her main event spot. She's been there for quite some time on the mic. I mean, she hasn't really, how many times, this is I want to see the third time they kind of changed her gimmick.
Yeah.
If we go back to the Mae Young Classic and we go back to like the early NXT days and now to this, now I think this is about time for her to get her title shot. Maybe win it. We don't know. But I say I say to wait, kind of like spice it up and wait later on throughout, by the end of the year, maybe have Xia be the one facing Raquel later on. I think she deserves more bigger wins before she gets to Raquel. I think that's how I kind of see it. Maybe she could be the next one. I don't know. What do you think about what do you think they should do with Zia Lee on in this case for her to be a title contender?
It's interesting because I don't know if you've heard about this, but recently, pretty recently, Triple H said that the best female wrestlers in the world are in WWE. He made that statement, to which Thunder Rosa and others have responded to that sort of thing.
What do they say?
To the statement.
What do they say? I'm curious.
Well, I actually have not heard the Thunder Rosa one, but I know that she responded to it. Friend of a friend mentioned it to me. But matches like these can really make that statement help it be true, right? You know, WWE, they have the pocket to the wallet to make that happen, right? To get all the best talent and to, you know, have them in there. But I definitely disagree with that statement from Triple H. That aside, this matchup seems like one that is needed for someone like Xia Li. You know, the focus has been put on her here. And, you know, Mercedes Martinez is one that I feel like she's the perfect opponent right now for her. You need someone that it takes two to tango, as they say. You need both of them rise up, maybe, you know, have the next contender for the women's title there. And, you know, for Xia Li, I wish her all the best. You know, like you say, her gimmick has changed a few times, and hopefully she's able to stick with this one, you know?
I like this one so far. I mean, it's a badass heel gimmick. Yeah, I said it before in the beginning of it. I'm like, damn, this is like some Rush Hour shit. Like, damn, like Rush Hour 2. Sorry. No pun in, you know, no disrespect at all. Which is no. Remind you that my great parents as well are, you know, Asian descendant. But it's just like, you know, kind of like Rush Hour, like type of the theme is what I mean. But still, like, I like it. It's just in the beginning, I was like, what? Okay, I'm curious now. And then when they introduced her boss, like, oh, she's like the final boss. Damn, make it seem like kind of reminds me like Shao Kahn from like what is it, Mortal Kombat 1 from Super Nintendo. Kind of reminds me of that. I don't know if you can go back and look at that, but it kind of reminds me of that. But I like it. I think she should be in title contention. I think it's about her damn time that she gets a takeover like she's getting. I believe it's the first one.
Yeah.
I think it's about time for her to get her shots at it. Why not? But I don't think. Can I say it's too soon? Yeah, I think I'd rather have her build the ladder for it to get to it, to Raquel. Let's put it like this. Raquel goes over Ember, give it to Xia. Xia goes over Ember. Like, you know, like a ladder, like a revolving, like kind of like a revolver. Okay. Like whoever that Raquel goes through. But then she has not touched Xia yet. So once she gets to Xia, I'm like, oh shit. You're my last one left in the division. See, he agreed with me. So and just for that, why not? Right? Yeah. I think maybe that could solidify Xia's career with maybe a win over Raquel. You have to give Raquel an opportunity, not just to be she's dominant because of her size, her physique, but get someone who she could lose to and then regain the belt back. You get me? Yeah. Kind of like, I don't know, but like I'm trying to like find a way to I'm not trying to compare too much to, but it's just the way how the story is built. Like you kind of say like more like Diesel on her side. Mm-hmm. We go back to the old school Diesel, like 95, 96. He lost the belt, then he got it back. Like, you know, shit like that. That could happen. What about Raquel? Dakota. Maybe Dakota dethrones her out of nowhere. That's your Shawn Michaels and Diesel WrestleMania 11 match right there later on. Yeah. You know, that could happen too. If Xia can't do it, then maybe Dakota. But at least I would like to see Xia to be up there, at least to get recognized and solidify her career. She's been there quite some time. She's the first Chinese female descendant to be signed in NXT along with Bo. They deserve that push. Why the hell not? They deserve it. And so I don't know. That's how I feel about Rosiah and how I feel that how they're booking Raquel right now. Of course, we don't know if she's a face or a heel. I feel like I think they're trying to play that card game like what AEW does.
Yeah.
As of late, I don't know if you noticed that. I think they're kind of doing that. Like there's no heel, no face type of way. Like you just had Oney Lorcan versus Austin Theory this past NXT. Two heels going at it with each other. Great match, by the way. Whoever didn't see it, it was a great match. We saw the best of Austin Theory, what we wanted to see, and Oney Lorcan as well. But yeah, I don't know. Do you feel the same? Like, do you feel like if NXT's kind of play that card as well, like NXT with the heel and face mode?
Yeah, okay. If you think that there was no war between AEW and WWE, or Wednesday Night War or whatever, I think you're wrong, because these sort of things prove it. They watch each other's show. There is something going on there, and this sort of thing proves it, because they're using what they see works or what they like about what's going on in the other side. The whole pro wrestling has evolved. I feel like this is probably one of the better examples of the evolution in pro wrestling lately. The whole blurring the lines between who's face, who's heel. It's not just the good guys versus bad guys that McMahon was talking about in the late 90s. It's open to interpretation, and it opens the debate, right, of who's heel, who's face, and why, and all that good stuff, and why you prefer someone else to win. So there you go. So there, I love it, and if NXT wants to use it, go ahead.
Well, I mean, come on. I mean, AEW does use also like NXT type of style as well. I mean, look, everybody takes it. Like, wait. Everybody takes their own playbook first of all. Remind you of that. In general, overall, I'm not here to take any sides. Everybody takes their own playbook overall. Because we're in professional wrestling, of course, you have to build a structure to have your audiences to look at your product. They're going to have to. And then, of course, they're going to take each other by plays. I mean, okay, AEW is now giving the women's more time. Why? Because NXT has been doing it for such a long time, more than they have. So now they're focusing more on their women's. That's a playbook there. Okay, now we talked about earlier, NXT are like, when it comes to referring their heels and faces, they don't know how to refer it to. Just like, okay, you mentioned the women's, Cameron and LA Knight aren't okay. Cameron's supposed to be a heel. Why is he a face? But in reality, he's a heel. Now against another heel. Like, you get me? So it's like they're both going through the same transition of their own playbooks. The biggest question, who does it better, is what audiences what they look at. That's the whole point at the end of the day, is what audiences will look at that, which is the direction they want to go to. But see, we're cross-eyed. We can see both. We like to see both. We like wrestling overall, period.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we love overall. For me, I don't give a damn about their competition. But of course, we're going to critique, because that's what we are. We're fans. But we're not Uncle Seltzer and his sidekick piece of shit, bitch, BA, because he is a bitch ass. And ends with a Z, but I can't really say cancel. But yeah. But in closing, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. We are done with episode 58. And yes, we'll be coming back next week, episode 59. And hopefully we'll try to get the Tribal Chief of podcasting versus the God of Boycott. Boycott God right here at podcasting. I want to see that debate. WWE versus AEW. You've been seeing a lot of the wrestling guy store versus Mike, AEW versus WWE. Now we're going to see now. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna be sitting back. I'm like, I ain't saying shit. I'm just like, I'm gonna let them go ahead and debate it.
You're gonna be like Shao Kahn, just just sitting there, on your skull throne there, while the two guys engage in Mortal Kombat podcast combat.
Yeah, with a michelada in hand.
There you go.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we want to go ahead and thank all of our audio platform listeners from India, of course, Switzerland, United Kingdom, all over America. Thank you so much, because we've been seeing a lot of the audio platforms all over the world that you guys have been listening. Thank you so much for tuning in. Over 1,200 plays, and over 15 unique viewers now that we have. It's been building because of you guys. Thank you so much. And yes, I know you're watching this either morning time or night time, but here in Circle Debate, we do take it out 7:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 10:30 Eastern Time and 9:30 Central Time and 8:30 Mountain Time. Yeah, here in the United States, we have so many time zones. We have a Pacific, Mountain, Central, Eastern. So yeah, that's just how it works. And also, we'd like to go ahead and thank everyone to our viewers, subscribers, and Circle Debate as well. And of course, if you're not subscribed, if you're already watching this, subscribe to the end of the video. Subscribe right there. Hit the little like button, notification. We have a lot more coming, because on Sunday we do have our top five picks of the week, which is our top 5 cruiserweights. So I'm looking forward to talking about who cruiserweights is going to have from the past to the present. I don't know about future, because we could say upcoming futures, but I have no idea. We'll figure that one out. So you guys make sure you guys tune in on that on Sunday for top 5 cruiserweights. And also, want to go ahead and mention, do not forget, follow us on our social media platforms all over on social media. And also, don't forget to follow Money Mike Lopez YouTube channel as well. The Mike Lopez Show. He provides the best blogs in the world. Give him the views, because he's the views. It's like Sammy Guevara. Besides your Circle Debate, you got to give, of course, Money Mike Lopez look at his channel, because he provides you also the best content for you guys to get to know Los Angeles.
And South Park reactions.
And South Park reactions as well. Can we get a Family Guy reaction? I want to get a Family Guy.
But I've seen a lot of Family Guy. That's the thing.
There has to be one that you enjoy.
That I have not seen?
No. You have to give one reaction that people need to see your reaction of one. That is like the most funniest Family Guy thing. You have to look for one episode. Why not?
Okay, I'm up for it. If anybody out there wants to recommend any South Park, Family Guy, let me know.
Comment right below in this video. And by the way, it's Money Mike's first time watching South Park, so now he's a big fan of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I've been watching it because shut your fucking face, but yeah, no, I can't really.
I don't know where that's from, so.
Oh my God! You haven't seen the movie?
I'm building to it.
Looks like we're gonna have to talk off air with Mike on this one, ladies and gentlemen, because it looks like he has not seen South Park either.
No,
he has not seen it. Oh shit!
That'll be the WrestleMania of reactions.
Oh, I think we should have Money Mike to see that first before he moves on to Family Guy. Yes, we need to see that, because what's up with that? You haven't seen it? What's the fight? You ever seen it?
No.
Oh my God. Okay, now I'm getting drunk tonight for sure. Oh, this morning, whatever. Whatever you guys call it around the world. Yes, it's Saturday, Friday. And I don't know. But yes, okay. But anyway, once again, thank you so much for tuning in to episode 58 here on Circle Debate Podcast. We will see you guys next week. On Sunday, we'll see you top 5, and then the following week, we'll discuss the aftermath of Impact Against All Odds and NXT TakeOver in your house. And the wife is calling. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, once again, the host Stevie's One IBC. And of course, he is the master disaster, the king of Sting, and a man with a plan. By God, Money Mike Lopez. Sending everyone au revoir, good day, and also shout out to Germany. I'll let Mike close it out with the Germany and then the rest.
Alles unsere Freunde wo in Deutschland. Es ist Circle of Debate. Danke, viele Danke. Wir lieben Sie und gute Nacht.
All right. And then so you can let the people know in English and in Spanglish, how we call it here. What do we do here at Circle Debate, Money Mike? And then after that, what do we do right after? Until what?
No solamente hacemos podcast, hacemos historia.
English.
Oh, we don't only make podcasts, we make history.
That is right. Thank you so much, ladies, for tuning in. But I'm going to let Mike finish this one. Until what, Mike?
Until next time, see you on the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy. Mwah!